DPJ's up for a big game.
DPJ is about to go off.
Well, hopefully he just gets found. He has been a non-existent factor in the Browns offense this season. And my question to you guys, he had almost 900 yards, 3 touchdowns last year. What has happened? Where's the production? Where's he been?
I think this conversation is insane to me. How Donovan Peoples-Jones was a 6th-round pick who has overachieved his entire career. He's not that good a player. he's
running for fun.
I blame him almost nothing for his lack of production. They haven't thrown him the ball. The quarterback play for the Browns outside of the Titans game has been horrendous. What's he supposed to do?
Tyvis, he had 900 last year with Jacoby Brissett.
But Jacoby, first of all, that's a whole season. This has been 5 games so far.
What's he averaging a game?
Would you not agree that the quarterback play has been horrendous outside of the Titans?
He's on pace to have less than 300 yards.
Well, that doesn't mean he's going to have less.
No, it does not.
Why is it his fault if they're not throwing him the ball?
Is he wide open?
He has been at times.
Tell me, because
he hasn't been open at all.
All 22 I've seen, he's not.
No.
There are receivers that are wide open, but it hasn't been him.
But that's been his thing.
When did it become we only throw to receivers
he doesn't get
wide
open?
open?
No, he's always had a separation problem. Like
he's a 6th-round pick for a reason.
Bull, at some
I
point.
agree. I get what you said.
Do you blame DPJ for him having this bad of numbers?
Wait a
minute.
minute.
They haven't thrown him the ball.
Let me address the 6th-round pick thing. At what point does a player lose his draft tag?
The point is he's overachieved to this point in his career.
Okay, but now you expect that level of production.
I didn't. I expected more.
Don't cut him.
I expected more. First of all, it's 5 games.
Right.
Guys get off. I know they're not comparable receivers, but Jamar Chase put up no numbers the first 2 weeks, and now he's like 9th in the league.
Yeah, but I was never going to blink on Jamar Chase.
No, I know that.
He was
I'm
going to
just
be
saying,
fine.
these things can ebb and flow. As the Browns quarterback, listen, DPJ's just a guy. I've been saying that for years when everybody else was saying, let's not add any wide receivers. We got DPJ. I wasn't those guys.
75 receiving yards is not good.
Do we agree that the quarterback play this season has been trash besides the Titans?
Yes. But also, let's put some context on this. What year is this for him again? This is his what year?
His contract year.
Bam. Okay. And if
he's never getting a big contract no matter what he did.
Great. But if
I don't know if he had 900 again.
Contract?
Not a huge Bull. We're not saying we expect him to be a top 10 receiver. I expect him to be a number 2, and those numbers are number 5.
What I know from an organization standpoint, that is, if the play caller and the offensive coordinator really value you and needs you in his offense, and it's a contract year, everybody knows that. They do a great job of putting the game because ultimately they
call your number.
They want you to get paid. That they want to see you get paid.
He was never going to put up the same numbers.
Whether it's with the Browns or with somebody else, they still want you to get paid because the coach and all of that don't really. It's upstairs that.
Don't you think Elijah Moore deserves way more criticism than
Donovan
Peoples-Jones?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Now, 1,000%.
But the two aren't mutually exclusive.
Now here's
that's true.
Let's give the actual, literal, real world reason why he's got 75 yards. First and foremost, he's not explosive. Second of all, he does not have fluid hips. He does not have fluid ability to get in and out of cuts.
Wasn't that Tyvis's knock at the combine?
But why did he do well last year if he didn't?
I'm going to give you that. I was ready for you. I was ready for you. Third, he does not run precise routes. He does not. And fourth, he gets no separation.
None of them.
So
except
if you can't do all of those core things as a receiver, you're not going to appear open at all. So you're not going that way. And the reason he got those yards last year is because of this. Receivers who can utilize play action is a cheat code. When you hand the ball off to Nick Chubb 100 times, defenses come up, they're going to play the run, and now that play action, there's no linebackers dropping. Now you might get off coverage. Now you can sit down and avoid of a zone. It's an easier throw.
No. His favorite route is the dig route. They bite and play action. That means the hook droppers have came up, and now you can hit that 10 to 12-yard dig window because nobody's there. Well, but if the run game is not there, and we don't
that's
fear
exactly
nobody,
what G's saying.
then we backing up.
I'm
just explaining. His number one route is
he put the
dig.
sauce
He put the Big Mac sauce on it.
Yeah. The number one route that he was as effective as the dig route.
Listen, Donovan Peoples-Jones has been terrible. The quarterback play has been terrible. Elijah Moore was acquired to be the number 2 receiver.
Yes.
He was drafted in the second round.
Well,
Everybody
he's right, but that's another conversation.
This is the amount of yards that Elijah Moore is on pace for. 568 yards.
Bull, nobody's arguing with that. That's a problem too.
Why can't
this conversation it was
I'm
DPJ?
fine, but why did we bring up DPJ before we bring up Elijah Moore?
Because one is a contract year.
A lot of reasons too.
And he was one of your
How
returning
many
top
yards
receivers.
did he have last year? How many did Elijah Moore have last year?
300.
Elijah Moore had nothing last year.
Okay, so I mean,
the Browns skipped out on D-Hop for him.
And that was stupid, and I said that was stupid.
That's why it's a topic of conversation.
I'm just saying there's a lot that goes into it. First of all, he was never going to get as many targets because they brought in Elijah Moore.
Well, he could take them now because it ain't like
Elijah Moore ain't getting no targets.
Well, Elijah Moore's getting targets. He is.
not a lot.
How many targets does he have?
36.
36.
In 5 games, that's
Over 7 a game. That's a lot.
7 a game.
7 a game.
That's a lot of targets.
What is again? If you're
16,
open,
he gets
you're going to be
16
targeted.
in 5 games.
I haven't seen
not
every
open.
play on the All-22 as you have, but the All-22s that I've watched and I've focused on him, I'm like, hell, no wonder he doesn't have any catches. He's covered like a blanket every play.
3 targets a game.
Bro, he got a turtleneck on, a blanket, a
Well,
jersey,
it felt like
and a
he
pair
had
of
great
khakis.
separation last year.
But he still had 9 yards.
He covered head to
That's
toe.
the point.
Nobody-
That is the point.
No, the point is the passing game's been awful. That's the point.
One touchdown.
Even in the best
5
passing
games.
game, the Tennessee game, what did he have?
I don't know.
What was his
He probably
best
had
game?
1 catch.
Donovan
DPJ.
Peoples-Jones.
I mean, hell, he's got 75 receiving yards in 5 games.
He probably got it in 1.
This year, his game logs look like this. Against San Francisco, 1 target, 0 catches. Against Baltimore, 4 targets, 1 catch, 7 yards. Against Tennessee, 4 targets, 3 catches, 49 yards. Against Pittsburgh, 4 targets, 1 catch, 7 yards.
Oh my God.
Against Cincinnati, 2 targets, 1 catch, 12 yards.
I hope nobody got
I mean, I don't know.
fantasy.
What is the point, though? Like, what are we trying to get to here?
I think the point is
I
he's your
expected
number
him-
2.
He's not. He wasn't supposed to be.
Well, I don't know that Elijah Moore hasn't done much. I mean,
We don't have-
statistically, it is Elijah Moore.
We don't have-
But still, here's what the overall topic is. It's a passing league. We all know that. Your wide receiving core through 5 games has caught 1 touchdown. It is overall, it's a huge indictment of the wide receiver room. But he is a guy who produced last year at a decent enough level that it's not unreasonable to think that he come back with 750 yards.
I think
he has 75.
I know, but he could still get to 750. I don't think he will.
I hope he does.
I think we knew that. We all voiced our concern back when we was talking about the D-Hop thing. We all said that the only person that's guaranteed is Amari Cooper. Everybody else is a coin flip.
But
they're all guys.
But
But there were people here that were going nuts about Elijah Moore.
If you mention,
which I never understood.
If you mention,
and I never understood it.
If you mention
And Earl.
DPJs, if you say DPJ in the summer, people was, oh, he's great. Don't you listen? You guys are way off target for DPJ.
Yeah.
And I'm like, listen, he's a fine guy. He's a fine receiver. He's serviceable. He's a professional receiver. But let's not.
He's not a number 2. Did anybody really think of him as a number 2?
Wait a minute. Can I get the camera, Steve? Because I need to address something. Because bull. Now, just recently, here about 10 minutes ago, I complimented Jason for coming to the camera and admitting that he was wrong. And I want to take this time out to say that I may have been misled a little bit about Elijah Moore.
Yeah.
You drank the Kool-Aid on Elijah Moore.
He had the propaganda out and everything.
It ain't too late. Who's to say he don't come out and get 750 yards?
Hey, anything's possible.
Bro, listen.
But based on what I've seen so far, it is highly
He
unlikely.
runs like he got a refrigerator on his back.
No,
Hey,
that
guys.
man is out here running a 4.72.
I would just
trust
say
me, it don't look good, and
I
he
would
ain't
just
got
say
no burst.
I think in the end, the quarterback play overall is more to blame, in my opinion, than the receivers.
Let's pump the brakes on it until we see the next 5 games with Deshaun Watson.
I may have been.
So here's what we'll do.
This
is
season
fair.
about to be over.
We'll come back and
No,
revisit.
no.
only week
Here's
2.
the thing. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
We know what he's been with 3 quarterbacks through 5 games.
Okay.
Not good. If Deshaun Watson is healthy for the next 5 games, let's revisit this after our 10th game, and we'll say, wow, look at him with Deshaun Watson. For the last 5 games, he's got 300 receiving yards. I don't expect that.
Let me ask you this.
But let's try it.
By the way, our guy Brad Stainbrook said that keep an eye on DPJ getting traded.
Who's going to want him? By the way, he also was supposed to bring to the table punt return skills. How's that worked out for him?
By the way,
he's already lost that job.
Where's this return game at?
He's lost the job. Darden's the guy now.
He's a terrible return guy. And listen, I have no hopes for DPJ really the rest of the season.
Right.
I'm just saying, I just think a lot of this is on the quarterback. The way they played.